All right. Friday night, San Francisco on Bush Street. Yep. On Bush Street. This is what it looks like. Alright, so we're going to walk up up the hill, towards Nob Hill Way, we're kind of already on Nob Hill, but we're not at the top. We're going to walk up Bush towards Powell, see what it looks like here. San Francisco, October. I guess we're on October now. First days of October. Let's see here. Right above Stockton Street. Chinatown, Stockton Street Tunnel below us. Ritz-Carlton up the street here. Nob Hill up the street. Fairmont up the street. See what it looks like. Some places are happening. Always lively bars here off Bush Street. Nightlife in San Francisco, Nob Hill. Friday night. Walking on Bush Street. We're gonna go to Powell. The last couple cable cars are still running. I think they go for 10 more minutes till 10 o'clock. I believe they stop running. Got the hotels up here. Some 3-star, 2-star, 4-star. Fairmont, of course, 5-star. Huntington Hotel, 5-star. Top of the Mark Hopkins, Westin St. Francis on Powell. Yep. On Powell Street. See what it looks like here. Walk down Powell for a moment. A lot of hotels in this part of the city. A lot of hotels. Waymos all over. Couple hundred, maybe well over 1,000 even in San Francisco currently. Yeah. Good Japanese spot, little hidden Japanese spot right there. Maru. Starlight Room. What used to be Sir Francis Drake. Now it's called the Beacon Grand. Public art on the PG&E boxes. First Friday of October. Right on the Powell Street cable car line. That's Nob Hill up there. More robots. Yep. Little facelift, the old Sir Francis Drake. This is where the guys used to wear the Beefeater parking valet costumes. An homage to the Sir Francis. Empty storefront here. Used to be the Disney store way back when, and was also a shoe store for a while. Been empty now since COVID. This one here on the left used to be the Saks, as it says. We are now closed. Alright, Powell and Post, right at the heart of Union Square. Yeah, I do think that was the very last cable car of the night that we saw. Union Square. Saks is no more. Tiffany's still hanging on. Apple Store, of course, is always busy. Nike store. Straight down Post. Always have the great art here in Union Square. They've swapped out some of these heart pieces. These are newer ones that were installed recently. Across from the West End. Great hotel. I stayed there actually a couple times Why, you ask? Oh, because we had relatives in town, and we had events, and so we just stayed there because that's where they were staying, even though I live barely 6 miles away. It's only one night, twice, so not like it's a big deal. A little staycation. All right, let's walk through the heart of Union Square. Friday in October. It's almost nearly 10 o'clock, just right before 10 on a Friday night. Union Square, people are slowly going home. Starlight Room is probably just getting a buzz up there on the top floor. That is a great place to go hang out, have a drink. Great views from up there. Of course, also the Hyatt, which is right there on the left. That's great views. The Macy's, they're still there. Of course, famously, they announced that they may be leaving. May, operative word. They still have ownership. They actually own the real estate, so they don't have a lease to pay. So, at some point, maybe they'll remain. Maybe they won't. Hard to say. But it's quiet on a Friday. Let's walk over to the rest of the Powell Street line on the Geary side of the street. The famous new-ish Nintendo store. Maybe 6 or 8 months now. Another new heart that was installed only a few months ago. No, not even that. A month ago. Look at that. Nice backdrop. Yep. On the Geary side of Union Square. It's where the Union Square Muni stop is right there. Below ground, below Stockton Street. Ends at Chinatown, which is Washington and Stockton. And that's the T line. Underground walkway as well, all the way to Powell Street BART from that stop, which is very convenient, especially when it's raining. Okay, walk down. Rest of Powell Street, see what it looks like on a Friday in October. That Shoe Palace is new, within a month. That was maybe 6 weeks, very new. Skorsky. And the 38 Geary. Need some Adidas trainers. Shoe Palace has them. Plenty of them. Okay, now we're gonna keep going down Powell. Started there on Bush, past Post, past Geary. Now heading towards O'Farrell. Hotel is a little quiet. Go. Want some Uggs? They've been trying to clean up this street. They put these little border things in, and they have chairs and tables they put out. Well, maybe not chairs. Tables. Definitely not chairs. Come think of it. They used to have chairs on this street. But they moved all the chairs. Well, this is O'Farrell. This is where the enormous Hilton Hotel is, a 1,950 room Hilton Hotel. Actually, this Starbucks is new too. A couple months ago. Very few months has been open. Even though the cables aren't running, they run all night pretty much. This chocolatier opened like maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Haven't tried it yet, but the mayor was just here doing a ribbon cutting. Very large department store, completely empty. Four empty floors, been empty for quite a while. Pop Mart just opened. That's O'Farrell. Here's the Pop Mart. Just opened maybe this week even. Might have been on the 1st, might have been Wednesday, the 1st. Oh, Farrell and Powell. Quiet tonight for sure. It's now 10 o'clock, first Friday of October. Walking down Powell Street. Another completely empty 2-story store. And one more. 2-story, empty. Skechers on the corner. This is the corner of Ellis and Powell now. Almost every storefront between Ellis and O'Farrell on Powell is empty. You have the Hairbear Hotel, of course. Pop Mart across the street. And Skechers. That's it. And you go across the street of Ellis. Also empty. Multiple floors. Burger King. I'm sure that's always busy. It's been there quite a while. More robots. Right at John's Grill. Yep, love John's Grill. Maltese Falcon fame. That. We do have another cable car coming down. That must be the last one. Well past 10 o'clock. There you go. That's old style horsepower. That's human power right there. Pushing that thing up. Get it back on track. Yep, cross street, San Francisco Center, formerly Westfield San Francisco Center. Pretty empty, about 95% empty building, 1.5 million square feet. old bank building. Powell Street, Muni and BART Station, Holiday Plaza. That's the inventor of the cable car brake system. If you didn't know that. Mr. Halliday. Look it up. About 1840s, 50s, 60s, I don't know, something like that. Sorry, I don't know my dates, but that's the guy who invented the little braking clutch system, not brake, well, clutch, whatever, thing that holds the cable. Little clutch system, I guess. Pulley, clutch, or yeah, anyway, whatever it's called. Somewhere around here there's a marker that says what he did. They do have street cleaning crews now. I've noticed pretty much every night they come out. Of course, other people that also come out are the dealers, which I've already passed a couple. Towards the ferry building. Store right here used to be the Virgin Mega Store years ago when I first moved here, and there was a number of other things. It was a sugar store, like, I don't know, it's sugar or sugar.com or something like that. Yep. That's about it. The end of the Powell line, Powell and Market now. This is where all the action is usually. That might be one sign. Ambulance going by at 10 o'clock. But yeah, right across the street. That is the mall. This whole block is the mall. Of course, if you go just a couple blocks up Market there, 3 blocks to be exact, you're going to hit the old Twitter building, the Twitter headquarters, and what was Square headquarters as well as one time. Square has since moved out. Of course, that was Jack Dorsey moved Square, some to Oakland, some to other parts of the Bay Area, some to other parts of this U.S. And of course, we all know what happened with Elon in the city. He didn't like Twitter headquarters in the middle of the drug den. Don't blame him. So he left. Twitter's officially headquartered in Austin, but they have a huge site down in Palo Alto where all the other Tesla and SpaceX offices are. The west side of Palo Alto. Yeah, the IKEA though, that's been a success. Yep. That's what's happening here at the end of Powell, end of the cable car line on Market Street. First Friday of October. Yeah, it's been cleaned up, much livelier than it has been last couple years. The cleanup has been slowly working. Warfield has a show tonight. I walked by there up the street on 6th and Market. Yeah, busy show there. I'm sure there's plenty of other shows happening there on the city. Benson Boone concert was at Chase Center on Wednesday. That was super busy, sold out. Yep. Well, that's it. That's what's happening on October at the cable car turnaround. Got the sister cities. Just there, man. Huh? This right here. I got you, bro. Yep. Everybody's careful to be caught doing something they're not supposed to be doing. Go. Here's the plaque I said. That's it. It's the little cable car activation system. Developer of the railroad, it says. All right, well, from Powell Street, Holiday Plaza, about San Francisco here. Like, comment, subscribe. And that's what San Francisco looks like on a Friday. First Friday, in fact, of of October. What am I talking about? First Friday of October. Market Street, Powell Street. Well, at least the landscaping's looking nice. Bright lights are looking nice, twinkling. From the cable car turn around. All right, that's about it. Do your night deposits right there. Doesn't look like that's utilized anymore. Well, that's about it. Friday in San Francisco in October. Slightly more cleaned up. I'm happy to say, more cleaned up. All right. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
Are you saying I can't have it then?